New month, new reading vlog! I wasn't able to take any clips tonight, but I actually attended the launch party for Field Notes on Love by Jennifer E. Smith. I should probably show you the book, but it's outside, so you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow morning. Anyway, it was delightful because it was Jenny Han and Jennifer E. Smith in conversation, and just hearing them talk because they're friends, it's just so cute. I'm here because I actually wanted to share what I was reading for once because I was so bad at doing that in February. I am officially kicking off my TBR reading. TBR is basically something that my friends Hannah from So Obsessed With and Kelly from Belle of the Literati put together. And the entire premise, or the entire concept, is that for the entire month of March, all you are going to read are books from your TBR. For me, I'm going to have a couple of exceptions because I have Friends with Arcs reads with Rachel from Hello Chelly. But other than that, I'm going to try as much as possible just to read my TBR books. And I think I've got an idea of what I'm going to read, but I'm not going to commit to anything because I'm terrible at sticking to TBRs. However, since January, I've had my friends pick at least one book a month for me to read. So in January, it was The Name of the Wind. That was Kristen's pick. In February, it was Roar by Cora Carmick, which was Rachel's pick. And in March, I am reading A Crown of Wishes by Roshni Chokshi, and this was DJ's pick. I actually started this today on a whim, and I am really into it so far. I liked The Star Touched Queen, but I didn't love it. And this one, I think the setup for it is so great. And like I was telling DJ today, Gowri is such a likable character for me. Like I don't know, I just immediately clicked with her. I like that she has a lot of agency and that she has a lot to do. Like, she is someone who believes very deeply in the strength of her own ability to get herself through things, and she's a little bit resistant to the idea of magic solving things for her, so I'm very much looking forward to reading more of it. I'm not very far into it. I think I'm like 12% into it, but I am very excited because I'm enjoying it so far. Good morning, everyone! I have not done an update in a while. I meant to do one yesterday, but I got distracted. I also meant to take clips of when I went to see My Fair Lady with Rachel yesterday, and it was so delightful. I just loved seeing that story come to life on stage, and even though it's a little bit dated, it was still so enjoyable. The staging was really good, and the cast was amazing, and yeah, it gave me some ideas for things, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, so reading update. I finished reading A Crown of Wishes by Roshni Chokshi yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't really know if I would because I didn't quite love the first book, The Star Touched Queen, but this book, I think it's just the way that it's set up that I loved so much because it's basically a tournament. It's sort of like a quest journey story into a mythical land, and I think that really drew me in. But what I love the most about it are the two main characters, Vikram and Gowri. I think they're both just such interesting personalities. I'm particularly interested in Gowri, and I loved her story so much. So it was a real treat. I'm glad DJ picked it for me to read in March. So today is Friday, and that means occasionally that Rachel and I are reading the same book for our Friends with Arcs feature. So today we are starting The Girl He Used to Know by Tracy Garvis Graves. I have never read anything by this author, but I really like this cover, and I am looking forward to reading this. So there, just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I'm also really excited because this weekend I have a lot of things on my plate. So first I will be seeing Jane, Madalyn, and Kristen on Saturday for brunch and some fun things. And I also plan to finally organize my bookshelves again because they are kind of overflowing. But anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye! You know, it belatedly occurred to me that I should probably tell you guys what I'm doing right now. So, because I have had an influx of new books since December, I am trying to figure out how to make them all fit with the current shelf situation I've got. So we're gonna see how it goes. I kind of mocked up an idea of what I want when I was at work today. So yeah, right now I'm unloading books, as you can tell, so I'm gonna start moving things around, and like I'm gonna take some of the Funkos off, put them away for now. Yeah, that's where it's at. We'll see if my plan actually works out. Hopefully it does, because I think it would look great that way, but keep your fingers crossed. So I'm rearranging books now, and it's no secret that I love Sarah J. Maas and her books. I just realized how colorful my tabbing was. They all mean different things to me because I usually tab and use specific colors for specific things. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. I've actually tabbed every single book except Kingdom of Ash because that one I read on ebook when it came out. But yeah. Also, can you tell I'm arranging my new Sarah shelf right here? Because that's what this is gonna be. I think I lost all track of time because I've been doing this for so long. I have sort of finished 3 of the shelves, sort of. We'll see. It's still a work in progress. I still have an empty shelf over here and one inside my bedroom. But it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited about how it's turning out. It's not exactly how I sketched it out earlier, but I think it might be even better than that, so I'm excited. Honestly, don't know if this was the best or worst idea I've had in a while, but I am almost done, thank goodness. So I have gotten very close to what I want now. I just need to finish fixing the one inside, but outside, very close. And I'm excited because it turned out even better than I had envisioned it, which is always a nice thing. I will definitely show you guys. I'm actually overdue to do a, sorry, distracted for like 2 seconds. I was overdue to do a bookshelf tour because I haven't done one since 2017, so maybe we'll do one this year. You never know. I'm finished. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. My back hurts. But it was worth it because everything's done now. Good morning! I thought I was going to be late to brunch with Kristen and Jane and Madalyn, but I'm not. I actually got here first, so I'm by myself. But yeah, we're eating at the writing room today, which I ate at last year for Lily's birthday, which is really fun. So I'm glad to be back. Hopefully they get here soon and we get to hang out. Hello! Oh, focus. Hi guys, so I just got home from a day out with Kristen and Madalyn and Jane, and it's just really nice to hang out with people who you genuinely like and get along with, and I had a really good time with them. We started the day off with brunch at the writing room, which is really good, and I hadn't been there in a while, but I really enjoyed my food. And then we filmed a couple of collaboration videos, so you'll probably see them go up on Jane and Madalyn and Kristen's channels. We didn't do one for mine, but I am excited about the ones we filmed for theirs. We went downtown to get some ice cream, so we went to Milk and Cream Bar, which is a really, really good ice cream place. And then we stopped by Glossier, and then we parted ways, which makes me sad. But at least I know they'll be back for around Book Expo week, and that's going to be so fun to just hang out again. Also, I wanted to do a reading update. I am about halfway through, actually maybe a little more than halfway through, The Girl He Used to Know by Tracy Garvis Graves. I have never read this author before, but I think her writing style is okay. Like, I don't think it's necessarily my favorite, but it works for this story. I am intrigued by how she's sort of letting things play out between Annika and Jonathan, who are the two main characters. I did not know anything about this one going into it, so it's kind of interesting to me that we are exploring their relationship as it builds up to what it is and before they end up separating, and then how it is after they reconnected maybe 10 years later. And it kind of reminds me of The Last 5 Years in that sense, which is, I think, a good thing because I quite enjoy the format of that show. I am curious to see what it was that happened that, you know, broke them apart. I don't think it would be an all-time new favorite for me, but I'm definitely into it, so that's really good. And then after I finish that, who knows what I'm gonna read next? I guess we'll find out. I don't know what I feel right now. I finally finished reading The Girl He Used to Know. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling. Like, I liked it, and I know I liked it, but I was also like somewhat taken aback by it. I don't know. I guess I should have like expected the direction it took. And I think like in a way, like it did a really good job with like one of the, like for the main character's arc basically. But it was also really like extreme. And I think I was just like, whoa, I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe like a lot of things. I don't know. I have a lot of feelings apparently, and I just don't know how to articulate them right now. So I don't even know why I'm filming this part of this vlog, and I don't know if this will make it into the video. But if it does, like, I liked it, but I just also don't know how to talk about it yet, I guess. Okay. I think I need something slightly less complicated to read now, so I'm gonna see what I've got on hand and do something for TBR. Since I can now see most of the books on my TBR, I think it will be really easy to pick something. We'll see what I pick. I'm also hungry, so I'm probably gonna go get a snack. So I picked a book to start. I'm gonna read Ballet Shoes by Noel Straitfield. I just really like this cover. I think there's only 2 of them out. There's 3 books in the series. Hopefully they'll do the last one too. I just really like the design of it, and I'm a sucker for all things ballet, so Ballet Shoes. I think it's middle grade. It's a classic, I think. I'm gonna have to like look up more info about this one. I know nothing about it basically, but I am looking forward to checking it out. I actually ended up finishing Ballet Shoes by Noel Straitfield this morning. It was very cute, and I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, although I probably should have guessed that I would just based on the entire premise. So this book is basically about three sisters. They're all adopted by the same man while he's traveling, and he like encounters them in different scenarios, and they all grow up in this house together. And the man has gone away on a journey. He's provided for them for 5 years, but after that their guardian, who is his great niece, has to find a way to make some money and to provide for all of them. So she takes on some boarders, but the children are also encouraged to participate or become a part of this acting and dancing school, and so they do that, and they each find a different like thing that they enjoy. The eldest likes acting, the middle one is actually not interested in acting or dancing and would rather be around cars and airplanes, and then the youngest one is a dancer through and through. And it's just really cute. Like, I didn't expect to quite enjoy it so much, and I can see why a lot of people might gravitate towards it. It was very quick to read too. I definitely will want to read more from this author. I think all of the other books in this series are companions, so they're about different people, but it was definitely very cute. I'm not reading anything today because I'm starting a new book tomorrow, but I will work on blogging things now. Hi! So, it's been a while since I've checked in, but guess what we're doing today? Rach, tell them what we're doing today.
James Bay.
Yeah, we're going to see James Bay today, which is very exciting. Funny story, Rachel wasn't even supposed to be the one who came with me. Originally,
but I'm happy I'm here.
It was going to be Mackie, and then after Mackie, it was supposed to be Rachel from Hello Charlie, and then after all of those people couldn't come, guess who got to go instead? It's our first 2019 concert.
And our first concert together.
That is just me and her, basically. Because I think, have we watched something with Mel? No.
No.
Yes.
Oh no, Taylor Swift, yeah.
But like, just me and Rachel. Though funny story, I will be here again tomorrow with Mel, because
So this is day
life.
one.
You know, look, I'm dressed appropriately. See you later.
Nobody told me it's hard to let my thoughts tell the truth. It's gonna leave you in pieces. I don't know the details, and I know that we need this. I've been too afraid to follow through. Hold me close and now hold me, 'cause it hurts when you hurt somebody. So much to say, but I don't speak, and I hate that I let you stop me, 'cause it hurts when you hurt somebody. I feel just the ocean cold. You can't sleep, you're testing me. Bad but sweet, I'm just trying to keep it together. Oh, now you're saying, put your hands on my body, just now you're thinking about me. Oh no, don't leave me lonely. I know you're really giving to peer pressure. I'll give it to you. I should have been. Hold back the river and look in your eyes. Hold back the river so high. You stop falling and see where you are. Hold back the river, hold back.
Good morning! As you probably saw from the last two clips, I got to see James Bay live again, and he is incredible. It's always such a treat for me to go and see him, and to see him twice back to back was so good. I have a lot of love and respect for him, and I really enjoy his music and would highly recommend it if you haven't given it a listen. I personally love Hold Back the River the best, but all of his songs are really good. Anyway, you're probably here for the reading updates and not me talking about James Bay, who I love. So, I finished Last Call at the Nightshade Lounge like yesterday early in the morning. It was good. It was fun. in the way that CW shows are fun. Like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Buffy and Charmed, and maybe even a little bit of Shadowhunters. And I thought it was interesting. The plot and the characters are a little simple. They're underdeveloped in a way that I wasn't expecting. But they were fun. I don't know. I just enjoyed the entire reading experience. I thought the idea that bartending and using specific ingredients to give you magical cocktails that give you magical abilities was really interesting. It was fun to see it set in Chicago, to have this whole like group of people who have different abilities and different levels of expertise. And I just thought it was interesting and I enjoyed it. So I guess that's where I stand. I don't think it's a new favorite. I don't think it's like the best piece of literary fiction ever, but it was fun and entertaining, and sometimes that's what you need. I am also nearly done reading Next Year in Havana by Chanel Clayton, and this one is the complete opposite. I'm enjoying it, but it's also very difficult. It is basically a dual timeline story where you have... Oh, I never told you what Nightshade Lounge was about. Anyway, Nightshade Lounge is about Bailey Chen, and she discovers this world of bartending and magical abilities, and there is a threat, supernatural threat, looming over the city of Chicago, and she has to figure out, along with some other people, how to save the day. Next Year in Havana, on the other hand, is a dual timeline story. One of the timelines is Elisa Perez, who is living in Cuba during the height of the revolution and eventually will have to deal with the consequences of the result of that. And the other timeline is her granddaughter Marisol, who has returned to Cuba in order to spread her grandmother's ashes in the country that she loved. And this one is really good, but it's also very hard for me to read. I had a hard time getting into it initially. The beginning is a little bit difficult for me, but once things start rolling, like, it was impossible to put down. I think what I just want to say about this one is that what makes it so hard is to know that this is real history. This is real stuff that happened to real people. And I didn't know a lot about Cuban history before going into it, but now, like, I'm so, like, I need to look things up now. I need to, like, understand it further because it sounds like such a difficult and like hard time. And what I appreciate most right now about how Chanel Clayton wrote it is that she gives a variety of perspectives on it. There are a lot of different characters and a lot of different ideals being espoused in this story, and I think it's very interesting to see that as well. I think it's going to be a good read. I'm terrified for how it's going to end, but I guess we just have to find out. And then in terms of other reading plans for this week, I have a few things up my sleeve, but that'll come later. Also, Mackie gets to come back home today, which is exciting. Hi guys! We just finished filming a couple of videos for the channel. It's a bunch of what we read, so you're going to see a lot of reviews coming up, which is very exciting. I just wanted to do a quick reading update. I will say now that there are books that I'm not mentioning in this one because they are part of my secret project, but hopefully you will find that out next month. Fingers crossed if all goes well. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the books that I have finished. I finished reading Next Year in Havana. It was really good, really powerful. I was surprised by how much I felt like I had learned about Cuban history, but also how personal it still felt to me, even though I am not Cuban in any way. I think that is a testament to the author's ability to tell this story, and I really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend. Very much looking forward to the next one. And then I also finished reading Sears Moonlight, which is the Friends with Arcs pick for the week. It's the new Jen Bennett book. It's set in Seattle. Involves two characters who are trying to solve a mystery together at the hotel that they both work at on the night shift. And it was really cute. I like that there are always elements of Jen Bennett stories that feel very unique. And I especially like the setting in this one because I've never been to Seattle, but she definitely made me want to go. And so that was very enjoyable. Would definitely recommend checking it out if you are a Jen Bennett fan. If you have not yet read any of her books, though, I don't think I would start with that one. I would start with Alex Approximately or Starry Eyes. And the last book I finished yesterday was, again, The Magic by Lisa Kleypas, and this is the prequel, sort of, to the Wallflower series. It is about Marcus, who is the Lord of Westcliff. It's about his sisters, and it's cute. It was a little over the top in terms of believability for me, because both of the sisters in this story, Aline, who is older, and Livia, who's younger, they end up getting into relationships by the end of the book. And even though I also was happy for them to get into those relationships, I was kind of like, this is a lot that happens in one book over the course of like a week. But, you know, I also am sort of pleased that this is a second chance romance because the main couple is Aline and McKenna, and they used to be together when they were younger, and then they got separated by frickin' English circumstances, and then they eventually reconnect during the story, and I like that a lot. So I also am continuing my secret project, which you will find out about some other time. Other than that, and aside from filming today, it's mostly chores, so we'll see if I get any reading done today. Who knows? Hello, good morning, long time no vlog. Currently, I am in the middle of my secret project, which will be a whole new thing in itself, but I wanted to talk about what I am reading aside from that. So I started my reread of Caraval on Monday. I got approved for finale, which is why I'm doing my reread, and it's been fun to be back in this world. It's been so long since I've been with Scarlett and Julian that it was a little bit jarring to me at the beginning, but now that I'm like 25% in, I am like I totally sort of remember what happens, but at the same time I'm like I don't remember the details, so it's been fun so far. And I'm also reading The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston, which is a companion sequel to Geekerella, and it's just as cute as Geekerella, but I don't think I love it as much because I don't, like, the main characters aren't quite clicking for me. I do love that it's back at the Excelsicon. I do love that we're still getting the Starfield and Fangirl vibes and all of these references, and that part is really fun. But we'll see how this one turns out. I think it'll just be cute at the very least, so there's that. Anyway, I'll check in with you guys another time. Bye! Hello! So I am at a Polycon with Rachel and DJ, and I'm sneakily filming this clip because I just came back. We all just finished seeing Sarah J. Maas, who we all really love, and it was just such a pleasure to see her and be able to chat for a bit today. I came back because I didn't want to carry all of the Sarah books I had with me, so I dropped them off, so I wanted to do a little clip. We arrived this morning, and so far so good. Looking forward to this afternoon. We're gonna get a couple of other books signed, and it's gonna be so fun, so yeah. Maybe I'll do a few clips and take you along with me. But yeah, so exciting. Bye! Whoa, that is very zoomed in. Much better. It's a little bit loud because we're on the street, but we just went to the bagel store, and look! We got bagels! There is a unicorn bagel with unicorn cream cheese, and then there's a galaxy bagel with unicorn cream cheese. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a birthday cake bagel with rainbow bagel with rainbow cream cheese, and a galaxy bagel with unicorn cream cheese. Anyway, we are very excited. Rachel's very excited. She wanted to try this like for so long, and we finally made it in time to get some. So we're about to eat, and then we're gonna go and find coffee. But yeah, we're having a nice day out.
Because the weather is amazing.
I know, it's finally looking like we're actually gonna be having spring now, so can't wait. Anyway, time to eat these bagels. We'll let you know how they taste. Bye! How come there's no one on the train?
I don't know. This is a rare occasion that you have
Look,
all
guys, no one's on the train.
on your own.
It's weird. Like, it's really, real weird. Guys, why does the 7 train no longer have this color? Why does the 7 train no longer look like
know,
this?
this train is so nice. Looks like a diner.
I know. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm sad. See, this is the 7 train. Until 2003. You know how sad that makes me? friends! So it's been way too long since I last did a vlog clip of sorts. I can't even remember the last book I talked about that wasn't a Shadowhunters book. But in any case, I've been having a really good reading month. I reread The Winner's Curse and The Winner's Crime, and I finally read The Winner's Kiss, and I really enjoyed the entire series on the whole. I was a little nervous about the series finale just because I had heard mixed things about it, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than the first book, which is a good thing because the first book was just okay for me. And then I also reread Carval and Legendary in preparation for finale, which I am reading today or tomorrow. Very excited, also very nervous because I do want to know how it ends, but I'm also terrified for my faves. I had a couple of good reads recently, excellent reads really. I read Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. That is my first experience with her writing and I absolutely loved it. It had the feel of like a classic YA novel, with all the fantasy tropes that are kind of recognizable, but still done in a way that felt refreshing and good and compelling, and I really enjoyed that one. I also finally read White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, which was delightful. That one is it's just such a good adult contemporary romance. It was entertaining, it was heartfelt, and it was just so much fun to read. And I also read We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal, which is one that I had been anticipating highly since the beginning of the year, and I really enjoyed it. I thought she did such an incredible job bringing to life this world that is so different from anything I have personally encountered in fantasy. I mean, it is something I have seen before, but it just felt really refreshing the way she did it, and I just could not help loving that story and those characters, and I'm so excited to see what comes next. I've read a few other things as well. Like I read a lot of contemporary. So two standouts for me were Birthday by Meredith Russo, which is this incredible story of these two characters, Morgan and Eric, who are both born on the same day in the same hospital and are best friends, and it basically takes snapshots of their birthdays for 6 years from the ages of 13 to 18, and you see how they're grappling with different things: identity, relationships, growing up, the restrictions of being in a small town, and their familial expectations, and all of those things. And it's so well done. I was really nervous going into that one that I wouldn't be able to feel for them because it's such a limited, it's a limited time span for that narrative, but it's so good. And I also really enjoyed There's Something About Sweetie by Sandhya Menon, which is her latest in her YA contemporary companion novel series, and it's so good. Oh my goodness, I was so emotional reading that book. I loved Sweetie so much, loved Ashish so much, and I just thought that she did an incredible job with the story. There was a little bit of it that really, personally for me, was just like, I don't want this to happen, but it did. But other than that, it was such a delight, and I'm so glad I read it. Oh, so good. I have been reading a lot of good books lately, guys. I've enjoyed pretty much everything I've read. There's nothing that really super let me down on the whole. So yeah, it's been a very good reading month. Right now, I am almost done reading Mistborn: The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first time I have ever read a Brandon Sanderson book, and I am so pleased to be able to say that I am quite enjoying it. I was really nervous going into it because Mistborn is a series in particular that I have heard so much about, and so many people have loved and enjoyed it, and I was like, what if I don't love and enjoy it? But it's great. I'm really into it, and I am looking forward to reading the rest of it too. I am also reading The Austen Playbook by Lucy Parker, which is the latest in her London Celebrity series, and that one is so far so good. I really like the premise of it, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So that's what's been happening. Aside from that, I guess I'm just gonna quickly be like, Avengers Endgame feelings, and go. Loved it. It was a cinematic experience. I don't really think we can talk spoilers just yet. Mac and I will maybe talk about it at a future date, but it was so good. I already want to see it again. It was just such a good way to end an era. It's been an entire decade, maybe a little more, of these movies and these films coming to life and bringing us so much in terms of characters and storytelling. Like, I was not a superhero fan, and then the MCU happened, and now I am, and I loved it. So there's that. Anyway, I'm gonna kick off and go back to reading while I wait for Micah to get back so we can do some filming. Okay, bye. Hi. Okay, I need to close this vlog because it has been open for like 2 months now. Anyway, I figured it was a good time to do it because there's so many exciting things going on this week. First of all, we just got the news that Queen of Nothing, which is the third book in the Folk of the Air series after The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King, is now coming out in November 19, 2019, instead of next January. I'm so excited. And so in conjunction with that, my friends Kristen from Super Space Chick, Jane from It's Jane Lindsay, and Mel from Mel to the Any and I are all going to be hosting this event called Fairy-a-thon, where we're going to be reading the 3 books in the Folk of the Air series, as well as The Darkest Part of the Forest and the Modern Fairy Tales bind-up release. So that's going to be really exciting. Details to come on that. Other than that, we also got the news today that Clockwork Angel is going to have a 10th anniversary edition published in the UK. So flipping excited, especially after reading and loving that book so much this year. What else do I have for news? Oh, okay. So we also got like a little snippet of what Anna Marie Mucklemore's next book is about, and it's called Dark and Deepest Red. The cover was revealed the other day, and it's so pretty, and I'm so excited for that one. I love Anna Marie's books. I have since the first one I've read, and I'm so excited for this new one. The last thing I want to say is something I'm super excited about. Today, there was an interview with Helen Huang that came out a week before the release of The Bride Test, which if you haven't read The Kiss Quotient and The Bride Test and you like contemporary romance, you definitely have to give those a shot because they're so good. Anyway, she actually said the title of Kwan's book, and I have been waiting for Kwan's book since I read The Kiss Quotient last year. The title of the book is The Heart Principle. I'm gonna die! I'm so excited! Oh my gosh. It's supposedly a cross between Sabrina and Say Anything, and like, here for it, living for it. Anyway, I'm gonna close the vlog now. The next time you see a vlog, it'll be for my trip to Paris with Rachel from Hello Telly, so bye! You know what? I should have said that I am currently a little over halfway through finale, really enjoying it. It has been putting me through some very complicated emotions. It's been like an emotional roller coaster. I've been enjoying the world a lot in this one and like all of the magic in it still. And I actually am weirdly drawn to Scarlet right now. Like Tella has been a little frustrating for me, but I also feel like the one little reservation that I currently have is that I feel like things are happening a little too abruptly. I don't know if that's just me. Maybe I'm just feeling a little thrown by the pacing of it. Like, it's not affecting my overall enjoyment, but yeah, that's something I thought I would mention. Anyway, that's the end of this vlog. You will see me soon for the Paris one with Rachel, like I said. Okay, bye!